Oh, we actually have some Cyber Dragon madness today. Flowercardians and synchro good stuff. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more I love to see the cool little Cyber Dragon ideas that people are packing in. Now, this one's actually not playing really any of the new stuff, You're not playing the new Future Fusion, or any of the crazy explosive cards that, this deck wants to have, which I think is actually kind of impressive. But instead, we're taking more of a Cyber Dark approach to this and kind of playing like the more safe approach. I do see this build's also chosen to play double Salesman, which is actually not a bad choice either. Being able to roll Salesman and just block out any problematic cards your opponent's going to have so you can safely kind of go second here and kind of explode up on the scene is really good. We're also playing 2 Vesper Grisu in the deck. We've kind of talked about this card in the TCG just being a powerhouse card. I think that this is actually a big help. So, you have the Salesmans, Droplets, Vespers. You've also got Red Reboot here. You have enough cards to kind of clear the obstacles and be able to help you, handle any sort of threats. Next up here, we have Flowercardians. This deck has been very talked about in the TCG or the OCG, and I'm so surprised. It's all because, you have graveyard control. You have very, very stupidly powerful synchro cards that are just able to kind of answer certain situations. Also, we're playing 2 Burning Soul in here. Add a card from your graveyard to your hand. All right, and then you can synchro summon using monsters, sure. We're also playing card destruction. This deck's big problem is, if you brick, you're kind of done. So I do kind of find this deck to be funny. You're playing, a massive powerhouse synchro build of just crazy power that, if it actually does work out and you do get access into these powerful synchros, you kind of do just win the game. But that's always been Flowercardian's gimmick, right? If you're able to kind of just powerhouse through these things, it just really, really, really resolves and does its job. Next up is more synchro good stuff. Now, the synchro good stuff deck it's been relying on synchro emergency. I know this kind of really takes the fun out of things right now because it's wow, we have to rely on synchro emergency to be one of the power tools to get the deck done. Well, if you see this, your turn 0 field against whatever your opponent is starting to build up, you get to make a crazy field. And that's why, I genuinely like this card. It helps this deck out functionally so much, and being able to start very easily is very nice. I'm also only playing 1 Star Junk, which a lot of these new cards that we got in the Limit Overframe collection, they just slot into the decks, maybe not in great numbers, but it's enough that these toolbox options that you normally didn't have before this. Look at this. This is good. Also, I'm surprised to see somebody's playing one-way synchro in here, but it's fun little tools. Next up is rockets. Now, rockets have gotten some of the craziest tools that you can throw into a deck. And I'm telling you, man, all of these huge new rocket monsters that you're able to interact with off of the Boral End Dragon, power up through these things is incredibly crazy. Boral Shroud being, a stupid powerhouse boss monster by himself is really good. Also, you get to play 5 Dominuses in the OCG, which your whole deck is dark anyway, minus, the oddities of the hand traps that you're kind of forced to play. But, this you make big, strong Dragon Field, hope opponent not play Albaz, and then your deck is just kind of secure at that point. That's why I think that, honestly, this deck does feel like one of the cool ones. Also, playing the Tin Triangle Dragon. It's been a long time since I've seen that boy out. Next up here, we have some Yummy innovations. Now, Yummy has gotten some really, really, really dumb tricks in the OCG because, Dark Magical Curtain changed the fundamental way that you look at Yummy now in the current spotlight, because suddenly, Witch of the Black Forest, you gotta remember, oh no, you cannot activate cards or the effects of cards. This is why the summoning conditions on these stupid Yummy monsters don't actually activate. It's just, oh hey, it's a inherent summon effect. All right, thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh, for your ruling. So it actually turns Witch into basically a full yummy card combo. Thanks to Artemis being able to link off, you've got a link 1 free special. Congratulations, you know, you've now got access to full yummy combo at that point. That's why a deck like this has been doing so well. Also, these little multiplying Karibos have also been having a little bit of fun within the space. So glad to see that. Next up here, we have actual Dark Magician. So also kind of happy to see that they managed to get Dark Magician Girl into the deck. Most of the builds are trying to abuse Magician of Black Chaos Max on the opponent's turn skip, but not this list. This list actually is kind of getting a little bit spicy. We're playing 2 Gaze of Timaeus, which I'm a little bit intrigued why they chose to play the second one. But, you know, you've also are playing Timaeus, the United Magical Dragon in here. So there might be a point where, you know, we do need to have the revolving door of the Dragoon and the Timaeus, you know, popping up in those additional turns. So, you know, there's kind of... There are some little ideas clicking here that you can have. But outside of that, I mean, Azamina is going to be your sub package for this deck. You should have enough tools to be able to set up and build a pretty decent field with this deck, and it's probably going to work out pretty well. Next up here, we have Power Patron, Elf Note, good stuff. And this list is getting a little spicy down here. I don't know who called up the Mech-knight and the World Chalice into this list, but I see we're getting kind of interesting. I guess that gives us access to Lib, the World Key Blade Star, because, or Blade Master, you just got to have access to a World Legacy card in circulation to access this, which I guess is going to allow us to set up secrets and be able to move the Indigo Eclipse whichever way that we're going to want to actually have this stupid thing being a controlled negate. So that's interesting as crap, actually. So you're telling me now we can build a mini World Legacy package into this deck and actually use it as a control mechanism against the opponent. You know, I hadn't really considered that, but, you know, I'll take it. That seems pretty interesting. Next up, we have more copies of The Dark Magician and Friends. Now this list is what I'm kind of used to seeing, you know, where we're using the Black Chaos Max during the opponent's turn to do the ritual summon off of the Secrets of Dark Magic to be able to, you know, do the soft lock with this. I do see, though, we've gotten a little bit more exploratory in this. We're opening up the doors of the Shining Sarcophagus package to be able to kind of get the extra ritual summon bodies up just to kind of assist you. And of course, we have Dark Magician and Friends. You have this. Now remember, I mean, this list isn't playing Baron, so you don't exactly get the free pop off of this guy to get the Revive Reset, which is something you do kind of lose when you're exploring a different build like this. But don't let that, you know, hurt you, because you've obviously got all the free bodies that you could kind of generate with a deck like this. So kind of interesting. Next up, we have Cyber Dragons and Friends. Well, first of all, I'm happy to see that we've cut down Cyber Dragon in the deck, which is going to be blasphemy to some people. But you get access to the decisive strike, you know, Cyber Endrag. This thing's summoning conditions are 2100 or more attack. Like, it doesn't matter as long as you're fulfilling those conditions. I mean, like, this is going to be no problem. I mean, you can toss a canine monster at the stupid thing if you really want to. But instead, you know, you're actually playing the triple Revolution Cyber Dragon. Also, it's not like you can't hard make the Revolution Cyber Dragon if you really need to do things. But also, this deck is relying on the canine package, which is fine. You know, the canine stuff's going to get you that little extra consistency to be able to kind of close out the game and go. Also, Cyber Dark stuff in this deck feels very, very, very nice. So there you guys go. Some canine Cyber Dragon action looking very, very good. And our last list is just some Dragon Roller action, maximizing on triple Griffin Rider. I think this is one of the crazier things of the OCGs now, just like, oh, let's just toss this in, you know, all these different lists. I mean, when you, I guess, get the tools like this to finally explore, you know, the package, it's been a while since they've had, you know, access to do this. So I don't really blame them. Shout out to being able to draw the blue eyes off of, you know, the extension combos off. It's also, it's not like you can't bring it off of Spheres and interact with it like that. Some really, really funny ideas present in this list. So what do you guys think about these very, very cool lists this week? Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. See your beautiful faces back there and dig. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.